The Bliss Business Podcast, the show about empathy, connection, and consciousness in business. Today's episode is brought to you by Zero Company, your paid search, social media, and programmatic ad experts.
Hello and welcome back to the show. In this short Empathy Expansion Kit episode, we are talking AI, customer service, and personalizing the customer experience. Can you create empathy at scale this way? I'm Stephen Sakach here with Tullio Siragusa. Hey, Tullio.
Good to be back. Let's do it again.
Yes, sir. So we've talked about this in depth previously in the Creating a Caring Machine episode a few months back, where we dive into the emotional customer journey, how AI can use an empathetic approach to help customer interactions. We'll touch on that briefly here, but if you want a deeper dive on that, check out that episode. We go into a lot of detail there. One of the great advantages of AI is its personalization and its ability to do that on scale. So you really need to understand your client base and whether AI will work for them, or in a particular situation, whether AI is the right choice here. But there have been a lot of studies where customers are coming out more satisfied with their AI interaction than the customer support humans. So we're kind of losing the battle there to the human touch is losing it to the machine. People are having better experiences a lot of times. So don't push this off as being something that's not going to work. It's actually sometimes working better. Tullio, how does AI enable empathy at scale? How can we do that?
You know, you said something interesting, how AI sometimes can enable us to work even better. And the truth of the matter is, I've seen it, and it does. In fact, you can empathize your messaging, your approach to even how you structure your organization, how you go through change, leveraging AI. You can prompt it to help you do it effectively, and it would do it the way a masterful design thinking practitioner might do it, or even better, right? So how can AI enable empathy at scale? So that's the question. And so there's a few things that AI can enable. One is the data-driven insights. I think back of the old village where everybody lived in a small village and everybody knew each other. And how did you learn things about your neighbor, and how did the shopkeeper learn about what neighbors wanted? It was through the gossip stream. The gossip stream, these data bits of information that was shared amongst everyone. Did you hear about this? Did you hear about that? That's the equivalent of data, right? What's going on in customers' minds, and what are they spending their time on? What are they focusing? All right. So analyzing this data, AI can analyze it faster, more efficiently, and help understand preferences, predict needs, and personalize interactions in near real time, if not real time. So that's a key thing of AI. We've had access to data. Analyzing and synthesizing that data took time, even with a lot of advancements in analytics and computing power. But AI just brings it to the next level, because it can permutate thousands of the scenarios, a lot, where you would need thousands of people, analysts, to do that. So that solves that. Now, also, it can automate personalization, right? So AI can automate personalized recommendation, content, communication, and this makes customers feel valued, right? Because all of us want to be understood, and immediately it creates a sense of comfort and trust, and you can just relax because it's like they get me, they understand me. So you can do that at scale, right? This whole idea of one-to-one marketing that Peppers and Rogers used to talk about in the 80s, it's come to real life today. It is actually happening. It's doable, and AI makes that possible. And then there's companies that do this well. Companies like Amazon, for example, where they personalize your shopping experience. They even use AI in streaming services like Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, so that you can deliver highly personalized streaming experiences that resonate with customers and individual. And in fact, sometimes the worst thing that you can feel is I don't know what to watch on TV, right? All of us have had that experience. And I remember the days you used to click through channels, right? Or you used to use a remote, or you have to look at a guide to see what's coming up. And you'd spend more time trying to find what to watch than you actually would spend watching it. So now with AI, it's so intuitive, so much faster, depending on what you watch and what you like, it starts to make recommendations. So your viewing experience is faster. You don't spend hours trying to plan what to watch. You actually can just enjoy yourself. So there's definitely a personalization. Now, the challenges with using AI to empathize with your customers, it really comes down to the culture of the business, right? We've talked a lot about what is your purpose as a business, because that's going to dictate even how you use AI, right? If your purpose is to only generate shareholder value at whatever cost it takes, we've had numerous discussions of even scandals that have happened of how that can go very badly and how it could go very wrong, right? So AI would just automate a lot of that, where it could go very badly and very wrong a lot faster. So empathy plays a big role in how you interact with the individual. So maintaining authenticity is key. So without it, you can create a very impersonalized, robotic, experience, which would undermine genuine empathy, because then the people start to feel like they're just being pushed something. Even if it's something that you might need, the way it's being pushed feels very clinical and transactional. So it would steal from the experience of that genuine relationship. So it's key to make sure that empathy is constantly infused in these AI initiatives with purpose and intention and the customer's interest to put first. And it'll produce the results it needs to produce. But without that, if you just focus on how can I tweak this to generate more sales, you might end up causing a problem that will backfire.
So yeah, maintaining that authenticity, that's kind of the big challenge with a lot of this, especially when it comes to like a customer, that's got some sort of problem going on. And how can AI actually be helpful in this scenario versus, you getting stuck in some sort of AI loop where you're not getting anything productive done. But people have been studying this, and studying it very deeply. And so I want to go over the emotional customer journey that was designed with AI customer service interactions in mind. And, we use this for not just, customer service, but you can use this for anything when you want to build that emotional connection. So really there's 4 stages here to this emotional customer journey. So the first thing is the emotion recognition. So, typically in like a customer journey, this stage is the stage of awareness and attention and problem recognition. So right now, this is where AI needs to recognize that there are emotions at play here. And then the next stage of that is emotion understanding. So this is to be empathetic about the customer's emotion. And this requires empathy. And traditionally, this might be in the stages of a customer journey as stage of understanding, engaging, exploring in the customer journey. So now I've recognized the emotion as AI. Now I'm really understanding the emotion. Now I need to move to the next stage, which is emotion management. So provide helpful emotion management recommendations to assist the customer. So when the customers find that the customer care is helpful or the recommendation is helpful, this can lead to increased preferences toward the company. This is labeled as the reference desire decision stage in the traditional customer journey. So let's just recap here. So now we're emotion recognition, emotion understanding, now emotion management. And now we really get to this 4th stage, which is emotional connection. This is the ultimate stage, is to establish an emotional connection with the customer for improved well-being and help with that customer lifetime value. And this is typically labeled maybe the enjoy or the satisfaction or loyalty or complete stage. This is where you're in that, that final sort of stage of the journey. But so they're actually studying all this so that AI when it's dealing with customer interactions in these, very high stress, problematic situations, that it knows it will need to go through these 4 stages in order to get a positive and empathetic outcome in that journey.
And we have covered all 4 stages across 2 episodes. One where we talked about what they are in a much deeper level, and then another one where we actually provided how to apply it. So definitely go check those out.
Yeah, go check those out. I know, I'm just thinking about this, going through this, like a century from now, this will all feel like the Stone Ages, where it's just like we're just pushing rocks right now. But this is really the leading edge right now, is where we are with our AI and pushing forward with empathy and creating empathy at scale with AI. So it's in process. It's there. It's going to happen. It's happening now. Don't feel like you should shy away from this. Like I said, there are a lot of good results that are coming from this, and there's a lot of thoughtfulness going into how AI can actually work in these scenarios. So that's it for today's episode of our Empathy Expansion Kit. As a reminder, Tuesdays we do our deeper dive podcasts. Wednesdays we do these short segments, and tomorrow we run our live interviews with guests. So check that out tomorrow. Send us your questions, and we will see you next time on the Bliss Business Podcast.